Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and this is our beautiful beaver community of Beaverhampton. In the last episode, we've managed to get our way to the scrap metal, and so now we are going to look to get smelters online. We are slightly increasing our beaver community and our population numbers because we could do with making sure the science keeps coming in. I need 350, I think? No, 300 to get myself my first smelter. And then I also need to... Too far away? Yeah, that makes sense. So I need to go and do a bit of planning here. That should at least get them allowed to be building. And... question I now have, ladies and gentlemen, as we look at the scene ahead of us, is how exactly I want to lay this out. There are, of course, the questions of both gear and path access to these buildings, as they want to both be accessible moving forward. Okay, the other thing I did, however, need, so I'm going to go and ignore that for a smidge, is, a medical bed. That's going to cost me a bit of my science. Now, the only thing you need with your medical beds is access to food and water. So, I am going to go and chuck a couple of cheeky medical beds. Yeah, I'm going to stay down here. Little cheeky set of 5 medical beds. Here comes our drought. Doesn't quite sound as fun as when you say, here comes the rain, but, oh well, that is what it is. And we're also going to go and pause these two during this drought period and see if they last. It's not a very long one, only 5 days. They do, of course, build up. I'm still probably in that initial stage. And we are stripping everything as fast as possible in terms of planks. So what we're going to go and do as well is let's go and grab another lumberjack flag. Chuck you just in there. We double check. Yep, I've marked everything for cutting. I'm now going to go mark all of this for uncutting because I do like to tidy up after myself. And then there's also a giant area down here. Then giant area up here. Good. Tidied up after myself. I don't know why, because you never actually see it. Like, look, we don't even know it's there. But I just always have an urge to do it. I can't help myself. That's all right. That's going to slightly increase our log numbers coming in. And of course, before I do any of this, I need gears. Before I even think about the smelting, I need to get some gears. Right. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, this is my emergency hamster wheel. Now, do I simply remove it and then plug in a gear workshop? You know what? Yeah, let's just go and do that. And then let's go and plug in. Stage 1 will be one of you. And stage 2 will be one of you. Yes. Yes, let's go and get a gear workshop. And then I will be able to build a smelter. Which I genuinely wish you could place. I forgot, I played a game the other day and it actually had a planning mode, which was really nice. All I can say is big thumbs up for a planning mode being included in a game. Okay, we have 5 junior beavers, otherwise known as kits. That's the one. I can remember this. So yeah, so that should help us keep our science going, which is coming at an okay rate. Not really got too many complaints in that regard. What I am going to do, though, is, again, mostly because I can. Look how beautifully that works out. I am going to go and... just like these are going to get the lowest priority in terms of... well, a lower priority in terms of workers. As you can see, we've now got lovely amounts of food because we have grilled potatoes online, which we brought online last episode. And yes, we will start to get some gears, which I'm going to go and place up here. Gears. Also then need to go and get a large pile, which I will go and place down here. This can be for metal blocks. And then so... yeah, put that up to there. Waiting for material. I don't quite get it. I guess maybe it was too far away, but that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Although, no, well, they came and built this. I'm really not sure. But either way, it's going now. Lots of science coming in. We'll then eventually try and build a... yes. This on the go. We have all of that up. Go and get this plugged in just here. And we will go and stick a dynamite factory next to it when we get up to that stage. But of course, first, before all of that, we need bad water. Do I need metal to build an explosive factory? Yes, I do. This isn't going to get finished because I'm not going to have any gears at this point, but they can start it and, you know, gather the rest of the materials. Route cycle has ended. Turn these two back on. Gonna turn these three back on. And as you can see, we are now 5 inventors short. We have 6 kits, and we actually still have an empty bed as well. So all of those numbers should eventually come right. Of course, this is going to go and take away... wish I knew. 2 more workers or 1? Just 1. Okay, that'll take away 1 more worker. There is fluctuating around 500 power in here. Yeah, they produced about 100 each. They should do the same. So this will level up on about 300. It's not a huge amount, to be honest. So I suppose what we should potentially also think about at some point is windmills, which... I can very much get a patch of windmills going on up here as well. They only cost 120. And so do you know what? Let's... I missed a tree. And it's not a mystery why I missed a tree. But either way, we're going to go and destroy it now. Okay, come on. I know one of you wants to come and destroy this tree for me. I know you want to do it. I know you wanna. Well, either way. And then... let's... go up that way, because we did say we were probably going to come to here. We will... probably come to about there. Okay, come on. I know one of you wants to destroy this tree. I can feel it in your tails. Come on. Come on, you know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. They really don't, apparently. Oh, it takes 50 planks. Oh, they're still pushing those out, I see. We're actually struggling for planks now, which is interesting. Probably could do with a hauler's post, to be honest, because I assume, yep, that's going to be a big problem of what we've got. So, a hauler's post. I'm going to go and stick it right next to... yeah? It doesn't really matter so much where it goes, because they're never actually in it. You know what? Just because I feel like it fits in this location, I'm going to go and put it up there. Oh, hurry up and build, though. You guys now get to be the lowest of priorities. And you get to start, yes, on 5 workers. Good numbers. Although, in fact, no, I'm going to say 3 workers to begin with. Just because, you know, I just want to help the production chain a bit. I don't really have too much to do. Most of the things I'm doing are actually perfectly fine. Hey, someone took out that tree. Yep, we will look to get up in here for bad water. Will be one of our next things, or one of our first things we pretty much get once we get the metal blocks on the go. Yeah, struggling to get planks as we're struggling to get them out of here. Is a self-depreciating system. Ooh, with 7 on the go. I believe that is a threshold for something. While being 5. While being 2. Health, I think. Yes, while being life expectancy has increased across the board. Ooh, nice. We're up and running. We are missing 4 workers. That'll be amongst these. The point is, this is up and running, and so these should be, yes, running. Going to be much more efficient now. Absolutely fantastic. So that should keep things... Well, that should slowly start to turn things around anyway. Obviously, I am using planks for building, etc., so that is not going to help. I think after I've gone and built this one, I will stop on the building, especially for things that use planks, etc., and I will calm it all down. Yep, cool. So that can calm down. We can potentially start to build up some planks, build up some, well, gears eventually. We've got 4 more to put in here. You can come down to 2 workers, now that I think about it. There's not really much building going on right now. So we'll get you guys in the inventors. And as I said, so the next thing will be a bad water pump for 250. Oh, I can actually go and do that. I'm going to pretend that I meant to do that. Max depth is a lot more than 2, right? No, it's 2. Well, that works out quite luckily. Okay, once I finally manage to get 5 metal, we will go ahead and actually allow that to be built. In the meantime, we will go ahead and set these up, ready for bad water. Nice. This will now start working with my guys in the hauling post as well. That should come across very nicely. Water and food are still very, very stable. So do you know what? Let's hit 1 more house. Yep, can definitely put this here. Right, I'm going to put 2 more houses. Put those in there, cramming them right into each other, into the corners. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, he says. Okay, we did just have 2 metal, and I don't know what they're apparently going to claim it's being used on. And now that is placed up there, I mean, one of the next things I do need is an explosives factory. That cost me 400, but I would actually like to get a bit of permanent power. Yep, our planks are going up. Our logs are fantastic. Let's come and start working with some permanent power. Now I'm going to plug this in coming down here. So on that, I also need that, which doesn't cost me too much, but does cost me gears to make, which I need to remember to keep an eye on. So I'm just going to place 1 for now. Then there for now. That should allow me to, yep, gain access to all of this. So that can slow build over time. We should eventually have enough stuff to do it whilst we're waiting on it, basically. And yes, things are going absolutely... Well, I think they're going fantastically. I mean, you know, I am borderline pushing a lot of things. But I think they're coming through quite nicely. We're definitely not swimming ahead in any terms of, should we say, productivities, etc. But, you know, we're towing the line. And we're keeping things moving. I am going to ask these guys to become priority builds, so our population can start to increase. So yes, the next thing we need to throw down, I believe, is the explosives factory. And then we can start 2,000 science for a tunnel, oh dear lord. And then we can start to, oh my god. We can start to do things, and 600 for dynamite. Okay. With that in mind, after the explosives factory, we start to then potentially gather up some resources. I think we are definitely going to have to look at the observatory. That is, as you can see, going to take some pine resin. So we can go ahead and look at that. Now the question is, am I going to use this space for this? Do you know what? Probably not. Can you reach up here? Yes, you can. Let's go and turn some of this into a pine resin area. What are we going up to? That blank one. Okay. Remove resources. All of this can become a pine resin area. And, yeah, we'll keep these for, I don't know, emergency berries or something. Because the rest of it's all going to potentially die during a bad tide, and crops aren't so bad. I can replant those pretty quick. You know, not great, because there is, of course, always recovery time, but not too bad. But, good, they're built. More beavers incoming. But, yeah, blueberries do take quite a while to turn around, so to say. All right, well, we are slowly building. We are slowly increasing. And, yeah, we'll just keep on going. Keep on pushing through. Like I said, yes, we are going to increase our number of beavers. As we will need a few more. I think, is it 2? No, again, 1 for the explosives factory. I don't know how many beavers are needed anywhere, clearly. And on your average day, a windmill can produce 150 horsepower. So they claim. And then some batteries will also eventually be in need as well. They only cost 400 and metal and everything else. So yes, power will still technically be slightly temperamental, but at least it will be slightly more constant than relying on water wheels. Or solely water wheels, I should say. Right, so yes, everything is moving along. Everything is moving along quite nicely. I may not actually need to build an observatory. I might be okay with just these. Because it is going to take a while, you know, for me to get up here and build this, build my explosives factory, build us some stockpile. So yeah, I mean, if I can keep all 6 of these going, you never know. I may even build up enough to keep things going. Yeah, so that's the current plan. We're just kind of in a little bit of a pause mode right now, as we potentially get a few more beavers to working age. Let's go and use that term. We will eventually keep things moving. Now, I do want another drought. See, now this is why we're building this lovely thing. I do want to get a couple more beavers in here as well. Keep this stuff moving. Again, I don't want to disable my science thing, because I do need about 3,000 basically. Is that right? Does that take about 300? No, this one 400. I need exactly 3,000. 2,000 for the tunnel, 600 for the singular dynamite, and 400 for the explosives factory. So yeah, you know, there's a lot needed. Oh, plus I will need a tapper's shack, so there's another 500, because I will need to be able to gather the pine resin to potentially get the observatory, if I choose to go for the observatory. So yeah, we need a lot of that science. So we need a lot more beavers working in these, but they are going to stay as the last resource to go. We can, of course, build up some more during a drought, because none of our power systems will work, so there's always that. We can also actually get some more builders on the go if we've potentially got the leftover resources, so to say, to be actually be able to build some of these things, which we're doing pretty well. We've made a little stockpile of planks. Yeah, so during drought, we will, of course, gain back 4 beavers. Potentially put another one in Bill? Maybe? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, no, things aren't looking too bad. Things aren't looking too bad at all. It's all just a point of keep things moving. Keep things moving. Keep on trucking, as some people may say. Nice, so we are down to, or should I say up to building these. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I like the music I can hear coming through sounds like my alarm on my iPhone. And I'm just kind of sat here looking around like, is something going off? What's going on right now? I am very confused. Right, so we should have actually potentially a little bit of temporary power coming through to our smelter by the time we hit drought. Genuinely, that background music is the same alarm that I use on my iPhone. I kid you not, I swear they've got it themselves from the same source. Anyway. Anywho. Yep, like I said, when that drought hits... Oh, unreachable. Very unreachable. 8 logs. 8 logs, no! I'm jogging over it. Look at that, producing a very small amount of power. I'm gonna go and get 2 more plugged in. Power. Windmill. Power. That has stuff in the way. Alright, let's stick with 1 more for now. Pause, pause, pause. We're gonna now put you up to 5 permanently. That didn't actually get me any more in terms of these guys. Owl. And then also, whilst we've got the drought going through, let us... Genuinely, it's... Oh wait, there was an alarm going off. Why did I have an alarm going off? Okay, yeah, no, so you couldn't hear what I was hearing because I genuinely had an alarm going off. Alright then. I know why I had an alarm going off. It's all in my head. No, I don't mean the alarm's all in my head. I mean, the reason I remember. My memory is all in my head. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's kind of actually, in fact, all I sort of need for now, because it's either going or it's not. I don't need more going, because it won't go anywhere. So yeah, it's either going or it's not. So the point after that is a battery, to be honest. Which costs me a lot of stuff. 400. 400, I tell you. Came out of nowhere and he took everything. Yeah, don't even ask, folks. Don't even ask. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a rough couple of days. You will mostly just hear insanity. And when you can't hear insanity, it's probably because I'm not talking. Yeah, those will be the ones. Those would be the ones. All the way across? Yeah, all the way across. As I said, those will be the ones. All right, so yeah, no, there is some work going on. Not much. It's not quite full power, but there's, you know, it's going. It's doing something. Yeah, the next thing we need is a battery, which I can build hanging off here, if I choose to build one. Oh, all of our science buildings are working. Fantastic. We didn't bother putting anyone new in you, but we do have all 5 people in you. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I tell thee. Yeah, we are just looking... Things are looking good. Things are looking good. The average beaver, who I somehow can't even click on. Well, the average beaver's on a 6 apparently, but no, we do have 7s. Which, if the kids are on a 7, they will grow up 20% faster, which is fantastic. And they should all be on a 7, because there's no reason why they wouldn't have shelter, sleep, thirst, and hunger fulfilled. And then carrots and grilled potatoes should be natural. Ooh. Dies in 1.4 days. Well, then they're dead. The potatoes, as you can see, though, are perpetual. They get through, as does most of my tree farm. So that's all absolutely fantastic. Oh, we took so long doing it, they grew back. Let's finish grabbing those, please. Do some bushes, pine. Put in those gaps. Ooh, we're building this now. Very nice. We'll start to get some bad water. We've even got a spare worker. Crazy. Like I said, yes, these are unfortunately all going to go and die. As the bad tide is longer than we have. That's a good point, actually. That's because we pumped all this out. Potentially because we're also dumping it back up here. Interesting and interesting. So no, we do actually need to get back to... yeah, water is going down now. We have that small problem. A depth limit of 2, so I could go and make all of this deeper. One easy solution to keep this going. Let's, of course, hang on. You guys can be paused. Stop taking my water. I have a drought situation. Now stop doing that. That's bad for my health. Beautiful. You're, of course, on a drought as well. I've got a spare beaver, so I'm just going to leave them there for now. I like it. And look at us now. 665 science. Only 2.4 thousand to go. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. If only we could fast forward a bit more, because we are kind of a bit of an awaiting game. I mean... yeah, I mean, I need to go and get a lot of planks and a lot of dynamite, so... yeah, I don't know that there is a reason to... ideally, I want to... dig down here, basically. That's where the edge is. Dig down right in this corner. And then come across and dig that way, because... if I attempt to dig down from somewhere else, it means building more ladders and roots, and I can't, unfortunately, dig down here because, well, there's nothing here for me to dig down into, basically. Yes, I will dig down in this corner. Nice, okay. Drought is over. This should start to thank you. Oh, some actually survived. No, actually, I think I've just gone and replanted those. Third person in there for the big replant. Get that done before day's end. Beautiful. We can go back down to 2 now. And let us turn those all back on. And we're missing... we're nothing. We're beautiful. We're even. We're done. And... where's that bad water? Hurry up and start flooding the place, will you? I've got production chains to meet. So here comes our first bad water. And so like I want to set, how much of a drain would it be? I mean, material-wise, not too much. It's the, do I really want to throw off 400 science? I mean, for the sake of being able to continuously make more metal, you know what, I'll probably actually just pass. Because that's all it really gets me, and all I need at this stage is 30 metal, which I have. So I think at this stage, it might be a case of let's get explosives being built. Go and plug those down. And then I do want some storage for explosives. I like to blow things up. Explosives are a lot of fun on this game. Pine. Put them in those gaps. Again, I took too long to put the pine down, so what's going to happen? It grew back. Oh, wow. I don't know if it's not quite coming through on my mic, but it just started hammering it down outside. I could hear it through my headphones. I thought I was getting more weird background noise, like I had my alarm going off. Because basically my phone also comes through the same set of headphones. No, it's just, it's absolutely hammering it down outside. Anyway, you don't need a weather update from where I live in the world. So, there you go. Our bad water's coming in. We're getting a nice amount of that. We'll soon have our explosives factory online as well. And then, yeah, so that means we're now down to 2.6 thousand science. We need another 2,000 more. And, you know, so yeah, I think we're going to be fine with this. I don't think we need to worry about the observatory. Which means I don't need to worry about this either. But anyway, we'll let it grow. Why not? Landscaping, 600. I would like one piece of dynamite built by there, please. As soon as we have explosives, we will build ourselves a piece of dynamite. And I want to go down 2. And then unfortunately it's time to start building tunnels. So that's all I'm going to get to do. Although I can also then go and put I can always then go and build the ladders in a bit of prep as well. Although, don't blow that up. Can I go down 3? No, I think I am. Yeah, I think I'm just in line with the water thing. I think that actually helps leave. Yeah, I think I'm perfectly in line with the water source. At this point, I'm now going to need tunnels. And I even have to make sure I go one up this way as well. Let's go and blow that up as well. There you go, we're starting to dig a hole. And as I went and said, I can go ahead and chuck me a ladder in there, because like I said, I'm not going any deeper. I will next have to go, I think, 2 up. Then like 2 across, and then back down again, and then I can actually start to build what I want to build. I think if I'm in line with the water thing here, so I don't want to go... Sorry, I'm in line with the water thing where I've put a hole. I don't want to go to the one next to it. I want to go to the one next to that. Right, no, I'll probably go one beyond that because of how I'm thinking of building this. Maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. No. Sorry, I'm going to mess myself up if I do that. No, I will go, yes, 2 up. Yes, and that will all work out. It will all work out for the greater good. That's all that matters, folks. The greater good. Okay, so once again, we have come to the end of the episode. Once again, I would say another very successful episode. We have managed to get our bad water online. We have some form of semi-permanent power. It's not fantastic, but it's never going to be. We are going to focus on pushing forward to sort out our, what's probably going to be coming up soon, bad tide problem. We are going to look to do this, in essence, with tunnels. I need extract for tunnels. I did not realize that. I'm just going to currently go with sod. Right, so we're going to have to go and get ourselves a centrifuge, which takes the materials we still have, but 600 extra science. I mean, this will put me back by 1,000 when I need 2,000. It's a tough choice, but I don't think I'm going to go and do that. I really don't. And so, yeah, it's just going to take a little bit of time, unfortunately. But we will manage to keep it going. And again, of course, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Like I said, my current bad water solution is to build a tunnel that'll basically come out here, I think. And so when I get a bad tide, it'll flow that way. When I've got good water, it'll flow this way. So yes, that is all we have from myself and the wonderful inhabitants of Beaverhampton. Thank you all very much for stopping by, and until we see you again, as per always, I do truly hope that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy.